Welcome, everybody. It is Thursday night, which means Shattered Dungeons is live.
Then I can do this.
Oh, man. You're welcome, Lord of Sausages. You dastardly demon of the dirty meats. I don't know. I was going for the alliteration. I didn't like that.
It would have been great if there was cheese, because then you could have went with dairy and kept that alliteration going.
Yeah. What would be the best alliteration in that scenario?
I do like cheese.
I mean, Meat Monarch is one I'm fond of. Malicious Meat Monarch.
Hot Dog Hero?
You super sensationally silly sausage. I don't know. I'm trying way too hard right now.
I'm too drunk to taste this chicken.
There you go. Well, we got a fun one in store for you tonight. We're without Rachel or Heather. Thank you for the subscription. That's how you properly pronounce the name. She is thanked. Good for everybody. You're welcome. We got a fun one this evening. Before we jump in, we did Worst of the Brody Bratwurst. Thank you, Princess Tofu Chipmunk. I'm at a loss for words.
Oh, Princess Tofu, how mysterious of you.
So if you saw on our social media pages, I posted the new second edition map that I had the opportunity to create. I think it turned out good. Hope you guys like it. But Toddles isn't throwing shade. It's more like awe and amazement. But if you like the map, definitely go check it out. It'll be in the second edition book. And if you would like your own map, I did post a thing on Fiverr, so and then as far as the second edition book goes, made some good headway. The map was a big part of it. Past that, there's just a few paragraphs to edit. And then we're done. So right now, I feel like we're fairly on target, so it should be soon.
And then, like a couple of weeks after he publishes, I'll look at it and find another typo.
Yeah, but the cool way we're doing this is my game plan is to do a light release on drive-thru, and then once like a couple months go by, do the Kickstarter for the physical books. And hopefully all the typos are gone by then. Maybe. So
you find the typo, it's a golden ticket. You get to play with us. Ooh.
Actually, I like that a lot. We'll do just short print runs for each one.
Yeah, you get a free. You get to participate in a free one shot if you. Yeah. You get a whole community to proofread for you.
There you go. Speaking of community, if you want to jump into any of our one-shots or limited series, join our Discord. There's a link in chat literally right now. But you can go to our Twitch page, twitch.tv/ShatteredTabletopGames, and there's a link there. Join the Discord, be part of the community. It's awesome. That's all I had to communicate. So let's jump in, shall we? Lauren, would you like to recap exactly what happened last session for us with Jax's Claw?
Well, we had to take the mirror shard and put it in the king's safe. Yeah, it's a safe.
Yeah, vault.
And Talos came with us.
Yes.
And we tried to figure out how hot the king was so that we could possibly set Vexa up with him. And that was a whole thing. That was pretty sweet.
It's my grandfather.
Yeah. We also met your dad and hated him. Okay. And met another guy and hated him. But the steward was pretty great. We told him he was handsome.
Oh no, Toddles is rival the steward?
No, not Sheaths. They were talking about Steward
we
Henry.
hated Sheaths. Yeah, Henri was a sweetheart. Cheese is terrible, and he nearly killed Toddles, but we saved him. And we dropped the shard off.
I'm about to say, like, is every time we meet, one of them going to try and kill the other one?
Basically,
it's my favorite running bit now.
Tit for tat.
So, but we like hid it from Cheese, so it's like hidden behind a curtain, and we told him it was in this box, and then he looked in the box, and we tried to sort of gaslight him, and it worked because we rolled well. And then we left. And we found out that Toddle's girlfriend totally dated the king once upon a time. And like, he's the one that broke up with her. So Toddles is a little sad about that.
I've got my family.
That's basically it. There was lots of
I couldn't have recapped
romance.
it better myself.
It was a Jerry Springer episode.
It really was. Lots of ups and downs.
Yeah.
Well, let's jump into tonight. We have with us playing Fernando Argyle Regalius III. Jordan.
Feels weird to introduce myself in character now because we went backwards into it. I'm Jordan and I'm tired.
but Jordan, tell us what Fernando's feeling right now.
Oh.
Fernando Argyle Regalius III's head hurts quite a bit from a very late night of studying. That's what I was doing. That's why I wasn't here. Studying.
I watched
Shut up,
what you were doing.
We also have with us playing Sylvie.
He watches me poop.
Oh no.
Sylvie is played by the incredible Lauren.
Oh, hi everybody. I've been baking my pies and having some girl time with Toddle's girlfriend, who actually really has the hots for the king. So that's awkward.
I like the idea that I introduced Lauren and Lauren talks like that.
Wait.
I said playing Sylvie is Lauren. Oh, hey guys, how you doing?
I'm just so in my head. It's like, okay, what's the Sylvie?
After all
I did
this
it
time,
for Jordan. I figured I'd continue it.
After all this time, it's been revealed, y'all. You don't understand.
You're just, you speak in an accent during the day.
She's been putting on a front for us all.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I'm on a business call. Hi, everybody.
Well, as we jump in tonight, it has been roughly a week and a half since what I'm going to call a girls' trip.
Ladies' night.
Ladies' night, yeah. And so over the course of that time, a lot of various odds and ends have happened. Guard Captain Rennick has been using Vexa and Midnight a lot to go not only on scouting missions, but also to make sure a lot of the supplies that need to get to the northern outpost get there safely. And so over the course of this week and a half, they've been gone for at least half of it. And today is no different. Yesterday, Rennick came with yet another caravan needing protection. And so he employed the both of them. The reason he didn't employ you is because he's been having you all deal with some of the business relations here in Deanira. With a lot of the things that have come into town, and especially knowledge of the shards being an important thing, there's been a little bit of a crackdown on just trying to identify contraband being smuggled into the city. And so a lot of the times, again, just over this week, you two, Fernando and Sylvie, with the addition of Toddles, have been called in to identify whether or not something is a shard. Guard Captain Zilla.
Is my specialty.
Yep. Guard Captain Zilla is not taking it lightly that these powerful artifacts could be around and there could be more than one. So, with Vexa and Midnight out for the day, you guys have kind of gone about your morning routine. So, what does that look like for Fernando specifically?
I do believe it looks a little something like this.
He is sipping his beverage. Yeah.
Come on, give us some sound.
Just as terrible as always.
Whiskey.
Vinegar.
You know it grows on you eventually.
Oh my.
I've heard my gut health is amazing.
Only if it's natural apple cider vinegar.
Yeah. So Fernando has spent how long up to this point? It's about midday. He has just been sipping the replenishing glass.
I guess, Toddles, where are my study materials?
Which ones are you talking about, sir?
You know, we're supposed to learn more about the shard and do stuff with it. I don't know. It's been a long weekend.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking. One moment.
He kind of leaves towards the sleeping area and comes back with what appears to be a large book. And he sets it down in front of you and kind of leafs through on the side of the book to a very specific page and opens it up. It's a rather heavy book, and so you hear as the other side of the book flops on the table, and there you are face to face with the flask you have hidden in the book with a cutout of the pages.
Is this the study materials of which you speak, sir?
Just slowly reaches, brings it, tucks it into his shirt. I meant actually studying, but I will hold on to this, yes.
He leaves a moment later, comes back with a much larger tome, and as he lays it on the table again, as he lays it on the table, just as heavy of a slapping sound of the wood on the book. This appears to be a law book of some kind. This is legitimately the trade laws of Deanira.
Toddles, I'm confused.
Well,
These 4 pages all say the same thing.
they don't, though. They're different regulations for trade.
No, I don't think you... How many books do we have on this table?
1.
Why do I see 4 pages?
Maybe you should just lean your head in close to the letters.
Now, while he's pretending to read, what has Sylvie's routine been this morning?
I mean, always you got to make the fresh pies in the morning, any deliveries, but also stocking up my pockets full of pies if I need to go out with my danger pies.
Danger pies.
Got my danger pies.
Do you have your pockets labeled so you know?
I have a few. I got the health pies, but I really haven't used them.
Eat it!
Oops.
So, are you saying all morning you've just been baking?
Yeah, baking and been in and out with any.
She's been baking
deliveries.
and making pies.
There you go.
So, at about lunchtime, you guys decide to take a break from both your studying and your food prep. And you head over to the tavern bar area to get some food and drink. You guys are there for about an hour or so, and as you come back, Toddles greets you.
Sylvie, Fernando, while you were gone, a large box arrived. It's on the table there.
Which one of us is it for?
It says here...
He unfurls a scroll.
From Cerex. It says, first one's on me. Next one is 40 gold a barrel.
Oh.
I forgot.
Oh, the gentleman we met before.
Is that the one who
Very-
threatened us? That one?
No, that was the businessman that made the woman cry.
The rotund one, I believe, Sylvie.
Also balding, I believe.
Yes, with a mustache.
There's a whole lot going on there.
He had a donkey.
Charlene,
I don't remember this
believe.
at all. But that's okay. What do you send us?
Well, do you want me to open it?
Is it booby trapped?
I'll take one big step back. No, yes, all means, go ahead.
Maybe you should check it for traps.
Okay.
Toddles just kind of leans over and like puts his face all over it. Like, not the best way to look for traps. He's just like,
Fergie, don't you have magic?
Yes, but it's funnier this way.
he's like knocking on it, like kicking it.
Look at him, he hasn't been this alive in weeks.
So as he nears it, he kind of looks it over for a moment and finds the crease in one of the large crate tops. And he just, in one smooth move, rips the whole thing off single-handedly.
What has he been lifting?
Well, not.
You asked me to help move a chair last week, and now I'm offended.
Sometimes the mind is stronger than the material.
Oh, did you think it was your dying child or something?
Oh no.
I heard that at times of stress, mothers get hysterical strength.
Well, he's not a mother, though.
No, but he can be quite hysterical.
What's inside? Let's look.
Well, it appears to be a barrel of some kind.
Oh, wait, was Syrinx the guy that we stole stuff from because he was a smuggler? Why don't I remember this person at all? It's fine.
Syrinx was the one who got in the heated argument with his ex-wife.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
He pretended to have amnesia, but really he just abandoned her.
Yeah.
And then got mad at her for spending the money that he left to provide for the family he didn't want to be a part of anymore. She spent it on trying to find him, and he was like, "What are you, stupid?"
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It was so bad.
What a piece of work.
He was a terrible, terrible man.
So it's full of clothing?
I'm trying to remember. He changed me into something.
It's a barrel.
Yeah, you were a minnow? Or
Toddles
a
lifts the
seahorse?
barrel out of the crate, no problem.
To me, like a fish.
There appears to be a spigot on it.
Well, I guess that's for you.
All right, I guess, time to lend my old expertise.
Describe exactly what you do.
You're gonna put some in a cup.
Wait, Fergie, stop. The last time you drank stuff, it turned you into a newt.
I thought I was a fish.
Something. You were an aquatic animal, and you were this big.
And then I had to swim
really
and
small,
pee. It was most unbecoming.
I'm not sure you should drink anything Syrinx sends.
But I mean, there's no pee around here now.
I think it's a potion that's.
What if it's really good? I haven't had a drink in like 4.5 minutes.
Don't you use some magic and see what it is?
I don't think my magic works. Does my magic work that way?
I don't know, sir. I don't understand a lot of what you do.
That makes two of us. Let's see. I'm just gonna do a the random potency check.
Okay.
I just don't want you to be a fish for like the rest of the
160. What are you trying to decide here or figure out?
Is this a magic liquid?
It is a magic potion, yes.
So not booze.
It is
it's
alcoholic,
booze.
but it is also magic.
Magic booze.
Okay, so it's magic. I kind of have to try it now at this point. I feel like just if something goes wrong, kill Toddles.
Why would I kill
What?
Toddles?
Listen, if I have to die, you're dying with me. I hope you understand this.
Just fill up a cup of water first, so if you turn into a fish, I can put you in there and you won't die.
Okay, well,
Toddles retrieves a glass of water.
Okay, let's do this. Just a little sip. Just a little sip.
So as Fernando drinks the potion, a black vaporous energy surrounds him immediately. And Sylvie, to your eye, what you see is basically like hundreds of small creatures just kind of immediately fall in like a mound pile, just writhing and swarming around. And as you do so,
Like
you're
spiders?
freaking out, and then you realize, oh my gosh, Fernando has turned into a swarm of crows.
A swarm? He's a bunch of birds.
Well, he's a bunch of ravens specifically.
That's just a conspiracy theory.
I get it.
Great. Thanks, Ferric.
What do you do, Sylvie?
He's like,
Are there any
When you
pies
say-
nearby?
when you say swarm, are we talking like 5? I mean, like, can I corral them? Like, can I take
There's-
a blanket and like?
There's like 20 ravens just like hopping about on the ground.
Okay, well,
going for
Sylvie is running around the room like trying to corral them, like in like under a blanket or something. Like, didn't you see there was like?
Yeah. Roll a stamina check for me.
I don't like this. Maybe we shouldn't. Fernando, stop it.
Can I make one of them poop on Toddles?
Yes. One of,
Now, see here. Okay.
with a 72, you're able to wrangle up maybe like 3 of the 20.
Let me help you, sir.
Toddles is coming around trying to like manually grab them one by one, and he's not doing great.
Can I like grab them by their feet and like shake them?
Yeah, just kill them.
No, not kill them.
Okay.
Like, don't like chickens if you hang them upside down, they like go to sleep or something. I don't know. I'm
something
making
like
that
that.
up.
It's called unconscious. Okay?
Roll another stamina check.
That sounds like a toddler's understanding of death. You know, they go to sleep when you shake them around.
Not shade, just
Can someone.
Toddles is like yelling at passersby.
Help us catch these birds!
With a 43, you're able to grab one more. You have 4 of 20 birds at this point.
Okay, what if we feed them pie to?
Just try it! It's annoying.
All right, so I'm gonna see if I can like woo them with pie. Come on, birds, have a little. You have to line up and take turns and have some pie,
All right.
and then have a nap.
As you set the pie down, the birds all kind of gather around. They're still like making a little bit of noise, but they're all munching on the pies.
Oh my word, Fergie, you're the worst.
What do you do?
Just one wing up.
But
Toddles,
all the ravens at the same time, one wing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my mind is a little bit like, wait, he was one person and now he's like 20 birds. Yeah, so this was a pot pie, so hopefully it'll calm him down.
Oh, I see what you did there. Yes, the pot pie has made them docile. Tofu says, worst of the bratwurst. As you allow the ravens to digest their food, all of the birds are now just like chilling over on a beanbag. They're looking at some of the torch lights that are around the room. They're looking at their wings like they've never seen them before. Yeah.
Okay, so how long did this lasted? For
an hour or something, right?
Yeah, it was like obnoxiously long.
I'm going to fill up a flask, like a flask with some of this liquid and put it on my person.
So this appears to be a slightly different. That's why I wanted it to do that. Of all the monsters that were generated, that's the one I saw first. I was like, yes. Our raven-like fellow said he finally became Raven Vulcans. So this potion, this specific brew, appears to not last as long as the last one. So after about a minute or so, these ravens kind of just suddenly move instantaneously to a center point between each of them and kind of amass themselves back into a humanoid form, and Fernando stands normal now before you. Fernando, that was the best experience of your life.
That was
such a good trip, bro.
It was beautiful.
There's a single tear falling from Fernando's eye.
I was everywhere and nowhere at once. And I ate the most delicious thing I've ever eaten. And reality walked in front of my... I think I just peaked.
Well, it's all downhill.
I think it's all downhill from here.
That's not saying much, sir, but if I remember the agreement you made with Syrinx, I do believe you are entitled to sell this beverage here in Deanira.
Yeah, I do still have the vials that he handed me out last time. I just didn't think we'd be getting a shipment so soon, or have I been studying a little too hard lately?
Oh no, he appears to be a very prompt businessman.
You wouldn't think it by looking at him.
No, the note does say
he does not have the look of a man whose life is together.
I don't know that his life is together, but he certainly does business well.
Almost a Mr. Business, if it were.
Almost as though every time for him was business time.
Okay, listener, if you were watching the stream, I'm sorry, because that was amazing.
Oh my god, I didn't know you were going to do
the
that.
sky at the same time.
It was with the same hands.
We literally did it like opposite each other, like we were touching our hands together. I love that.
I'm really glad the kids are gone today.
Yeah.
Well, I guess, Fernando, you used to collect taxes. Sylvie, you currently run one of the premier pie businesses here in town.
Are you saying there's others?
Well, I guess there aren't.
So, number one.
Well, yes.
Positive
I
thinking.
do have a monopoly.
Yep. So how do we go about maybe reaping some benefits of selling this drink?
Honestly, if she could sell whatever I just experienced, then I would pay any price.
I think it's partly being the bird and eating the pie. So
What if we
I think it has to be like an experience.
So what we need is a safe space where someone could become an animal and then indulge.
Any ideas?
Do we have a zoo?
Not here.
I mean, I'm not letting a bunch of animals thrown around my pie shop. If that's
hear me out even further. Room with glass walls. We call it a zoo. It is like, oh, you change someone before they walk out. People get to see an animal, they pay for that. The other person gets the experience of being the animal, and then they get a treat.
But you have to have informed consent and all that stuff, and I'm not sure that's not a safe space if everyone can see you be an animal.
Ethics are important there, Fernando.
Are they always going to turn into the same animal, like you birds?
I have no idea.
I guess.
What if we get like dragons?
I could try.
Give it to Turtles. Here you go, buddy.
If I turn into something that endangers you, Sylvie, kill me.
Oh.
And Sylvie just like goes and stands behind Fergie.
Are you ready, Fernando?
Bless you, Tofu.
Wait, get a pie ready.
Oh, thank you, Tofu, for that beautiful clip. You said get a pie ready?
Yeah, because you have to eat a pie.
So, as Tunnels goes to do this, Fernando is going to slowly walk behind Sylvie, and then I'm going to cast Brief Invisibility on myself. Just in case. Just in case it goes wrong.
Oh, man. Okay. So Toddles kind of braces his mental state for what possibly could happen. And as he does so, he kind of looks to you, Sylvie, with a look of, concern. And then he just takes a swig as quick as he can. As he does so, a giant plume of smoke explodes coming from his feet upward. And as the smoke begins to dissipate, you see what can only be considered the oldest, largest seahorse you have ever seen. It is writhing on the ground in pain, and it is like trying for its life. It's fighting for its life here on the sandy ground.
Barrel of water?
For my life.
Toddles did bring a glass of water, which is not helpful enough right now. You need at least a bowl. So Toddles is now on his deathbed, which is the floor for the moment.
Wait, so
he needs water.
So I have a sink, so I'm like dragging him towards the sink, like towards the kitchen
drag
and like
this
the wash basin or whatever.
Seahorse towards the sink.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's writhing around. It doesn't know what to do. But you can see the beard on it is significant and gray. And so you just chuck it in the sink and turn the water on, which is like, it's kind of helpful. It's like if you were on fire and someone's just like breathing wind on you. At least it can breathe.
If you look back where Fernando was, all of a sudden you just see his regular cup float into position.
After a moment, the sink begins to fill. I'm assuming you stopped the drain.
Yes, I wanted to fill the wash basin.
The seahorse is now afloat, though on its side because it doesn't have enough room to be vertical.
I push it under, boop.
You can see its will to keep fighting against its lack of oxygen begin to cease, and it begins to calm slightly. The sad look in its eyes telling of Toddle's current mental state.
That's okay.
Any chance he's pregnant?
Oh, because the male thief. Okay. No. Unless you've been hanging out with that lady friend of yours. And
Oh my.
been doing things that we don't know about.
Because then we could all, I'm just saying, if he was, we could all have butlers.
It's
I don't
terrible.
think that's how that works.
Isn't it?
Oh, look, it's a bouncing baby butler.
Obviously, butlers beget butlers.
Obviously, yeah. After a little while, literally a minute, Seahorse Toddles turns back into regular Toddles, and he's still, he's standing in the sink.
Oh my word!
You forgot to feed him.
Well,
I don't need any food
he
right
was
now.
underwater.
I saw my existence flash before my very eyes. I came to the conclusion that nothing means everything and everything is nothing, and that everything I do here matters to everyone but me. I want to go again.
No.
I think you've had enough for now.
You'll want to talk. Oh, sorry, I'm lashing out. Withdrawal symptoms, I guess.
I just slowly hand him my actual wine goblet.
He downs the whole thing. He's like swirling it with. You can clearly see the existential crisis stricken on his face.
I'm not sure that the trick was from my pie, Fergie.
I'm starting to think we're going to be very rich. Or someone is going to kill us in a back alley.
Probably the latter.
I think one will come before the other.
How much did he say? How big is the actual barrel?
So it's a full barrel, like it's a keg-sized deal. On the note, it says 40 gold per barrel, first one's on me.
Okay, so if a keg is 40 gold, and everyone is getting this life-changing experience from a shot, that's a lot. We could sell a lot. I'm talking out of character because my voice hurts, but I mean, I'm in character, but not using the voice. Sorry.
A keg has about 1,000 shots.
So if we charge even 1 gold for the experience, that's 1,000 gold.
That's a pretty great profit.
Or more. I mean, honestly, let's be honest. If someone said, change your life for 1 gold, this amazing drink, you wouldn't believe them because that's too good of a price. You would actually need to charge more gold for them to take you seriously.
But what
Toddles?
if...
You agree?
What if,
It's a sound business model, but Sylvie's the business lady here.
Who's going to babysit them? And you have to pay rent on your space, and you have to pay taxes on your income.
You don't have to pay
Unless
taxes.
you don't. I'm just saying that
Fergie,
there's
you were
overhead.
legitimately a tax collector for a period in your life.
And apparently I didn't do a good job, so somebody's not doing the job now.
They're literally tax collectors. Every district.
Then who was taking the money that I took?
You were. Oh, there's a new person, yes.
Oh, I've been replaced yet again.
I feel like you missed out on several experiences in your adulthood.
Like hugs?
He sets your drink down on the counter for you.
Oh, you mean working? Yes, that's what I meant.
So, Sylvie, you have a good point. The taxes, the rent, all of those things.
Supplies,
Yes.
like cups, and then you have to wash the cups after people drink from them because cross-contamination is gross.
I like the health-conscious approach you have to your businesses.
I wash my hands.
If we were to sell these for, let's say, 5 gold, that would be 5,000 gold. I think plenty to maybe rent a space and provide security.
Bouncers, security, babysitters.
Oh yes,
water
yes,
in
a
case
family
they turn
experience.
into a water creature.
True.
No, I meant babysitters in case they turn into a violent animal.
Oh yes, guards, you mean?
Or someone to protect them if they are fragile.
Correct.
Should this be done within the confines of the city?
Probably not.
No, because if we don't have insurance and people get hurt, they definitely need a waiver.
Also, if we're out there, we can be taxed. Pretty sure.
What about that cave? That cave that we cleaned the monsters out of? Is that being used?
I think they made that a base.
It's the northern outpost now.
Are there other caves nearby?
I mean,
I would. Surely there must be.
What if? Okay, hear me out. We've talked the, dare I say, reputable route. What if we went in a slightly less reputable direction?
Oh.
Explain.
Oh, do you want me to elaborate? I'm sorry. I was trying to gauge the reactions of the room first before I continue with what I was saying. Anywho, so you're saying, in case someone looked in and wanted to make sure everything was above board, if we used, say, something like your establishment as the front of the establishment that also happened to have a menu item for like an experience, then we, a back room with the safety precautions and all of that. You already have a kitchen, so the cleanliness thing and the workers to do that is already taken care of. And no one would think, oh, there's something very weird about this pie shop. Other than noise, maybe.
You want me to run a speakeasy out of the back of my pie shop? That puts my pie shop's reputation on the line.
Do you know what your reputation is?
I have the best reputation, the best pies. Everyone loves my pies.
Yeah, you know why they love them.
I put love into them.
And THC.
What is took?
It's all natural. It's herbs and spices.
It's herbs and spices. Colonel Sanders over here. Original recipe. I'm just saying, this is natural as well.
I know.
What do our coffers look like currently?
I have some gold.
Do we have money?
Like 1,000.
Okay.
Like 2,000.
I think I have 3.
I have like 2,000.
What about you, Fernando?
I have something written down, but I don't know when I made this note.
What's it say?
It says 1,007, but I also bought spells, so I don't know if that was before or after.
Well, we've done a couple things for the city.
We got paid once.
What if, let me just suggest this maybe, what if we go to Spellcaster's Cove and see if they can create some kind of, pocket dimension?
Ooh, that sounds lovely.
Maybe a permanent portal to someplace else that we can maintain, but we can still, a level of protection, really.
And then that way,
they could go to the pocket.
Yeah,
Yes.
your business would not be at risk if something ever was if ever was trouble. We just move the entrance.
I don't mind using the pie shop to advertise.
Or
Would it be in my pocket, or would it be in Fernando's pocket?
What about
What about instead of trying to run a business outright, what if we just sold it to other businesses?
Maybe.
Then we don't have to worry about everything Sylvia was talking about. Insurance, liability.
Well, what about those mere Thard bad guys? What if they got a hold of it?
Are you saying that if we were running the business, we could refuse their business?
We could always refuse service.
It would.
Are we referring to the man who broke my hands twice?
Oh, yes, I very much liked him.
I very much didn't.
Oh, yeah, he would absolutely want it.
What if we just sold it right to him?
Aren't we supposed to be working for him or something?
We are...
Maybe this would just get him off our backs.
That is a good point. How do you feel about that, Sylvie?
I have a bad feeling about it, but especially if we gave it to him or told him we could sell more to him at a reduced rate, because we still have to pay for it. I think he'd be interested.
He doesn't need to know how much we're getting it for. I don't even have to. I have vials still of the last version. We could introduce the concept without having to put the supply at risk.
You don't think that he would use it? I mean, he's a bad guy.
I think
use it for bad things.
Anyone's gonna use it negatively.
We didn't use it negatively.
What we could do, if it was negative, the negative side, with him being the person distributing, those consequences would be on him, yes? Legally.
I do think, because didn't he say that he was gonna reach out and we were supposed to be working for him? Because it was very confusing, because then we had like 5 bosses, because we had best friend, we had Zilla, we have the king guy now, and then we him.
You did. What about the king?
I mean, we put a thing in his safe so he knows we exist. And Henri, I like Henri. Oh yeah, and we met your dad. He's terrible.
Well, yes, that's accurate.
Yeah, but we understand why you're so terrible.
You didn't mention me, did you?
No, but Jax peed on his shoe.
Oh, that's good. That's good. He probably spent more on those shoes than he did.
So let's find that guy and tell him that we have a peace offering.
Okay.
Well, no, I wouldn't say a peace offering, a business opportunity.
We can sell it.
My suggestion is that we tell him we have come across a product that we are able to supply at our cost of 500 gold for shipment, and that we would be willing to part with to him for 1,000 gold. He doesn't need to know that we're actually getting it at 40.
I'm pretty sure he'll just take it from us, but
if he does, then, it is what it is. But we give ourselves room to actually make some money.
Okay.
So you guys head to the business office of Narcal Keithus. And as you approach, you're patted down by his esteemed bouncer, Mural. And
if anyone looks, Fernando's hands are just shaking.
Yeah.
Just be still, Fernando.
I can't. What if he breaks them again?
I'll protect you.
He's supposed to break yours last time. He broke mine twice.
He has been lifting weights, Fergie.
Well, if it isn't Jax's Claw, what are you doing here? How can Narcal Cathis help such an esteemed set of adventurers like yourselves?
We were thinking we could actually help you.
Highly unlikely unless you brought that shard here.
Oh, we don't have that anymore. Sorry, it got taken away.
I don't like to... Who took it? I think we specifically talked about you keeping it in your control.
Okay, but about this thing that we brought...
We'll talk about that in a minute then. What did you bring this time?
I'll pull out one of the vials.
Great. Some blood.
This is not blood. This is a magical elixir that gives its user a life-changing experience.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
No, why don't you get Kuko or Dolph here to try it?
All right, Coco, why don't you just take a swig? I'm sure it's nothing, just like the last one. Coco walks over to you.
Water just in case.
He pulls out a small glass of water.
How many of these are sea creatures? Oh no.
I love that's just like our fine print that we would put on the label.
Please have large basin of water handy in case.
He turns into a whale. Shoot.
Whale.
Hope you can hold your breath for 2 minutes.
So, as you hand it to him, do you do anything?
Prepare to be amazed.
Hold on to your butts.
Coco looks around, trying to figure out what you mean by butts. Like he's got multiple.
Just drop it as a reference.
Yeah, as he takes a massive swig from this vial, he immediately just poof, same kind of misty vapor, except it's more of like a grayish smoke. And there in front of you is a goat.
Hi, buddy.
Okay. Let's test the theory. This time, give him the pie.
Okay, here, buddy. Have a bite.
You set the pie down in front of him, and he's like sniffing it. What type of pie is it?
Gooseberry pot pie.
Okay. He seems to like it and begins eating it. You're able to keep him occupied.
Is turning purple.
Yeah, you're able to keep him occupied on the pie for a full minute as he's kind of nomming around. And after that minute, poof, vaporous smoke. He is now Kokua once more. And you can tell by the look in his eye, much like Fernando and much like Toddles, that he has experienced a complete life-changing event.
How do you feel, buddy?
He just stares at you in awe. He goes over to the nearest couch and just sits down and puts his head in his hands.
It's the first time I felt love.
Aww.
The first time you felt love? What is that thing? How'd he become a goat?
This is your business opportunity.
Wow, what? Did you guys find some sort of mystical potion somewhere?
Yeah, basically.
All right, okay. How much you want for it? Just how many more of these you got?
I'd say we could provide you a full keg at a time of the product when you can see what a single dose will do.
A keg?
Yes.
Where did you... Wait a minute. Did you make this?
We have our means, let's put it that way.
So you're looking to branch out into what others would consider illegal activity.
Well, we thought about providing the entertainment experience as, a direct service, but then we thought our group isn't really set to handle the logistics. But I know a businessman such as yourself, of course, would have many avenues at its disposal.
Roll a speech check.
Aha. I gotta find my numbers.
He did not roll well with a 42.
That's the answer to life, the universe, and everything.
He got a natural 2. 67. You make a really good point. I am very well equipped to handle logistics and protection and, the things one would need in such scenarios like this.
And legal
All right.
waivers.
Sure.
Don't forget informed consent.
Oh yeah, that's high on my priority list. So how much are you looking to sell these to me for?
Well, looking
the
at
keg. Let's talk about the keg.
Yeah, I would say based on the compensatory costs on our end and such, we're hoping to clear maybe 1,000 gold per keg. That would be a nice, comfortable number.
1,000 gold per keg. He kind of weighs the options for a moment. At this point, I'd like you to go ahead, both of you, roll an investment check. Now, for those of you watching and listening, this is the first time I think I'm having this done legitimately during the show as part
legitimately.
of... yeah.
I gotta back up. I know I took stuff, but I don't know where it went.
So an investment check is just a speech check. That's all it is. But because it is an investment, you are trying to get him to you're trying to buy into his business. In this case, he's purchasing what you have, but you're looking to get money in return on the regular. And so that 32 does not work, which doesn't impact your selling to him. That's no biggie. But you're not going to get any returns on this business deal. So you won't experience like random weeks where you get a bonus to your pay or anything like that. 73 from...
Can I use my speech?
Yeah, you add
my speech
that as
advancement?
well.
Okay.
Yep. So go ahead and tell me what you get. You're not...
That's what that is.
Oh, that's 73 with the bonuses?
Yeah, the 73, yeah.
Okay. Excuse me. So yeah, as far as this is concerned...
Grease the wheels, Toddles.
Yeah.
You're going to love the way you look. I guarantee it.
I don't know, that's the first thing that came to mind. What is that? Men's Warehouse?
Yeah,
Toddles Warehouse, yeah. So let me pull this back up again. The old investment check. So yeah, the investment check again, just what you do is you would invest money to get bonus money back. It's kind of like running a business. In this case, there isn't a lot necessarily that we can do here, but regardless, your initial 67 sold him on the idea of purchasing this. So that's, you're gonna at least get your 1,000 or so gold every week. Back to the investment check. It is... Sorry. 20% success.
Can we try to grease the wheels for another try by offering like free pie with the shipment?
Sure. Both of you go ahead and roll one more time. I got it wrong. I thought it was a high roll. This was a mischance roll. So your 12 actually does work, Fernando.
Huh.
It was a natural
And now
12.
I got an 11.
Even better. So you are able to invest in this business. So not only are you now selling the keg at 1,000 is what you agreed upon, 1,000 gold each. You also are kind of investing into his illicit business as well.
Oh.
So that means if you want, you can invest your gold that you have into his business in addition to this, and each week you would roll to get a payout.
I call this an investment in not getting my hands broken.
Fair. Do either of you want to invest any of your gold?
I do not.
I'll throw 500 in.
Okay. So each week you get to roll on the investment table. Basically, 1 to 20 means you lose gold. Anything above 20, anything above 41, you gain gold back on that 500, and it's 1, 2, 5, or 10%.
Cool.
So, you have successfully invested in this business, and as a group, you are now being paid 1,000 gold a week.
But we have to pay Syrinx back for...
Yep, so you guys are seeing
So we're
960 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to give away that we were getting it for so cheap.
Yeah, it worked
yeah.
well. So, now that that's been covered and decided, what do you do next?
I feel like we'll have to have a very special episode where we talk Toddles off the edge because of his animal withdrawals.
I want to be
He
a
starts buying
seahorse
it
again.
from...
I want to live in the coral.
He starts buying it from Narcal.
Oh,
Whatever.
nice.
Sneaking out to get it.
We start cutting our own product.
Oh, man. So, now that that's done and the crate has been disposed of, is there anything else you'd like to spend your time doing?
Didn't we have a job or something we were supposed to be doing?
We're supposed to be inspecting shipments or something to see.
Have there been any?
Best friend hasn't shown up recently, so.
Toddles,
We're supposed to
anything?
I've been with you this whole time.
That's never been an excuse before.
Do we need to check in with Guard Captain Zilla or
Maybe.
best friend? I can't remember his name.
Serendipitously, as you're talking about this, Guard Captain Rennick comes running into your house. We need both of you now. Come on, let's go.
Oh, hi, best friend.
He runs off.
Do you need Toddles?
No!
You're coming,
stay.
Toddles.
What?
No, I
Fine.
don't trust you around the product.
You can see him like
He's
shakily
got the
reaching. Yeah. So you guys run full tilt back to Guard Captain Zilla in the back in the city's main gate. And as you do so, you find yourself at Guard Captain Zilla's
Villa?
Oh yeah, I like
Zilla's
that. You find yourself at Zilla's villa. Walking into the kind of main entry area hall thing, you approach Guard Captain Zilla. Ah, yes.
Jax's Claw.
Oh, hi.
I see you made it in a timely fashion.
Were we being timed or something?
This is important. I
Thanks,
think we
best
truly have found one.
Another Thard?
Yes. I know a lot of them have been duds, counterfeits, not fitting, but I think this one may be promising.
Blue
Come,
meth?
follow me.
She leads you down one of the side corridors. Leading down the stairs to a reflecting pool, you see in the corner, kind of standing, looking in the reflecting pool, is a very large, rotund Alarison man.
What is up with this city and reflecting pools? They're all over the place. Okay, they're obsessed.
There's not a lot of water around the desert, so, makes us feel nice. This is Mulhow.
She points to the Alarison male.
Mulhow believes he has one of the shards of which we've been looking for.
Prove it?
I don't, I think it's a shard, but, if it's not, just don't make fun of me, okay?
Well, no, that's okay. We appreciate you trying to protect the world.
This is how you learn, really.
Well, after I saw the flyer, I just thought maybe, and, here we are.
And so he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a small fragment of mirror.
Fergie, are you getting any vibes off of it?
Feeling pretty, I mean, yes, but it also could be the drink.
Fernando, check the mirror.
Oh, right. Do I need to roll potency or what?
Yep.
Boop-boop-a-doop.
Beep. So, with a 197, you absolutely know beyond a shadow of a doubt that this is indeed part of the mirror shard set.
Just see my face reflected. Yep, it's a mirror.
You see, as you gaze within it, a stone eye. It appears to be blinking.
Oh. What? Was it the same thing I saw the last time I looked into one, or is this kind of different?
It's different for sure.
Well, hello, stranger.
You see it blink periodically.
Okay, blink once for yes, twice for no. Do you understand me?
The pupil is kind of darting around, looking at everything else.
Focus.
It blinks once and kind of maintains its stare at you as the eye moves ever so gently. Now, Sylvie, you're close enough. You happen to see this as well.
Maybe we shouldn't let the thing see everything. Maybe we should cover it. Or cup your hands around it so it can't see where it is and stuff.
I mean, I think it knows where it is.
I mean,
it's already been here.
It's just a room, really.
What questions can we ask? Yes or no?
Are you trying to destroy the world?
Okay, I guess.
It blinks twice.
Well, that's reassuring.
Do you have a lost lover you're trying to get back to?
It blinks twice.
Oh, well.
Do you want the mirror because you're vain?
It maintains a stare.
No one wants to admit to it, but we all are a little bit.
Why would it want itself? Because it's vain.
Because you're so vain?
Is that some sort of
You probably
song
think
you've heard in the
song
pubs?
is about you.
Yeah, it's the one where you wrote the song about yourself.
I haven't heard any of the bards sing that one yet.
It's actually a very confusing song, because if you were so vain that you wrote the song about you, then it's not really vanity, it's just a statement of fact.
Okay, Fergie, ask it if bad things will happen if it gets all its pieces together.
Oh, yes. Will there be a world-ending disaster if this mirror is restored?
It blinks once, and then it blinks twice.
Yes and no.
Like 1 and then 1, 2, or
Yes.
1 kinda?
Maybe it's bad for some people and not bad for other people.
What
Are
she
you a
said?
good guy or bad guy?
What was that you just asked, Sylvie?
I just asked it. Are you a bad guy?
It blinks twice for no, right?
I mean, would anyone, even a villain, consider themselves a villain?
Are you a
It
good
blinks
guy?
once for yes, and then as Sylvie asks that, it blinks once again.
Is this a 5 questions?
I don't think I believe you, Mir. Sorry.
You can see like the eye kind of like make a sad eyelid look.
Oh.
Don't give me those puppy dog stone eyes.
Is your name Gorik, by chance?
It blinks twice.
Heard his name in the pub, too.
I'm pretty sure you'd hear it blink if it was Gorik.
Oh, Blake!
Blank, blank!
I'm blinking.
Do you know a man named Frank?
One blink for yes.
Oh.
Who's Frank?
Again, another story I heard in the pub.
As you continue trying to speak to it, you notice that it's growing more and more transparent as time has gone on.
Is this connection fading?
One blink.
Is there a way to turn it back on?
Before that question can be responded to, it dissipates, and it looks like a mirror once more, but you still feel the potent energy seeping through it.
Captain?
What are we gonna do with it? Because we can't put them together.
Oh, we should have asked if you could.
Paid.
Can you travel between them?
Before you all take that, do I get paid for this?
I mean, did the flyer mention money?
Was there a reward
I've
on
not
the
been paying attention.
Technically, yes, you're fine. She like pulls a pouch of gold out of her. Take this, throws it at him.
Thanks.
Did you just say technically it's your own writing? Like, listen, if I say I'm gonna slap Toddles, I'm gonna slap him, by gods.
It said if you had reliable information about a shard's location, that you would get paid. Technically,
That's
he
pretty
did, but technically, he had the shard, not the information.
He knew where it was and said
Is
it's
he
right
already
here.
gone? Where'd he get it from?
I didn't. The report said it was a family heirloom.
How
That's
old is
sketchy.
this?
I don't know.
Or is it like okay, when does an item go from, hey, this is a thing we
you're the
found, to
one
an heirloom?
Sylvie, you're the one who communicated with the master. Oh gosh, I forget his name now. In the Spellcaster's Cove.
The guy that died?
He didn't die. He just almost
He
died.
just had a bad time, really.
Oh, he lived. Good.
It was a
good
bad
for
trip.
him. He got drank like a juice box.
He just said that it was super, super potent, and he felt like bad things would happen if all of the Thard pieces came together. But that
Maybe. I
Thard
mean,
pieces-
sometimes if I have a bad trip, I get pretty paranoid as well.
Well, we can't really put this, like you said, Sylvie, in the King's Vault, so what do we do?
I mean, we could bake it into a pie, I guess, but then nobody could eat the pie.
Is that where your mind always goes?
Basically, yeah.
If you can't beat it, bake it.
That's Sylvie's slip.
How many safe locations do we possibly have access to?
What would you consider safe, really?
Under God, at least.
And how many Thards do we think there are? Like 10? Or like 10,000?
Well, after talking to Magistrate Olsek, it appears that there might be at least 20 or more.
Okay, and there's somebody else who's collecting them, because we met this whole Monstrous X group, and you met them.
Yes.
Because we brought him here.
I remember the very tall fellow. Oh, and the one that didn't like his wife.
Yeah.
Yes, I had to catch her up on that. She somehow totally spaced on that.
I did.
That
I was tired.
I dare say that was the most dramatic thing we've ever seen in the main gate. And there was an ogre that appeared out of thin air and destroyed the place.
You guys need to get out more.
That was weird.
Well,
just slowly turning away.
Yes, the large fellow, he was quite intriguing, really. I haven't seen someone of that stature and musculature in, well, a long time.
He was kind of making googly eyes at you. Maybe you could get a date.
It might be the wine, but I swear I'm picking something up here.
If I see him again, I could totally tell him that you're interested if you want.
Oh, I don't... I appreciate the thoughts.
You're not married to the job, are you?
I mean, I kind of have to be, really.
But listen, as someone who has dedicated very badly, I suppose, his life to the cause and what you're supposed to do.
Toddles is looking at Sylvie confused.
Maybe don't do that. Maybe do something for yourself.
Just if it comes up.
I'll take it under advisement, but yes, if you want to, maybe next time you see him, let him know that I remembered him.
Maybe a piece of information that would prove useful to him, like perhaps your favorite flower?
Or do you want to write a note that says, "Do you like me?" Circle yes or no. Those always work.
Oh no, that's...
And then you pre-circle yes. Or you only write yeses.
That's much too forward, though it is custom in the circles of the desert. No, my favorite flower is a desert lily.
You'll have to remember that for me, Toddles.
I'm not writing it down, sir.
I am deep in the cups right now.
If you want to try and do this, do it of your own accord. I could care less about this.
Just starts rummaging through his pockets, pulls out a quill. Big man likes big lady. Big lady likes big man. Big lady likes
desert
dirty
lily.
Dirty lizards.
I can definitely get dirty lizards.
That's Ray next time. You get to tell him that.
Dirty lilies. That's a weird flower.
Sorry, I'm just... He's gonna try so hard to get those, and it's the wrong information.
I can just imagine him with a bouquet and just into the crowd.
Well, I think at this juncture, the safest thing to do would be for you, Sylvie, to maintain control of this shard.
So, do I get to keep it in my pocket, or are you gonna try to take it from me and put it in the king's.
No, I think the
Lockbox
two vaults
thingy.
being, the two shards being in the vault is not wise. I agree with you. Though, I do have to report my findings. If the king thinks otherwise, I will let you know.
Need like a box or something.
Is there like a different vault? Like, thirdly, there's other vaults around. Does the king only have the one vault? Do
None
other
as
people have
safe as that
safety?
vault.
What
Others
about
are
the safety deposit boxes?
Oh no, those are quite easy to break into. Most of my job, actually, is reprimanding thieves who have broken into people's safety deposit boxes.
That's most of your job.
Yes.
I'm definitely setting you up with the one guy.
Please do.
Dirty Lily's got it.
Desert.
Take this. Keep it secret. Keep it safe. She hands you the shard.
Is it pointy?
I mean, it's.
Well, yes, it's
It would
broken
be,
glass.
yes.
That's what I mean. Like, do you need like a safety bag, or are you just gonna cut
Yeah,
your
we like
hand
wrap
open
it
on
up in some leather or something.
Yeah.
Because Sylvie doesn't like to touch him anyway.
Toddles pulls like a large stretch of his skin out and cuts it. I'm kidding.
Here's this, it's quite
Just went to a very
leathery.
strange place. Ooh, I like it.
So, after being gifted the second shard you've had in your possession, you head back to your home. Do you do anything else with the rest of your day, especially now that you have this shard?
Well, we should write to, what was his name again?
Syrinx?
Thank you, Toddles. We should write to
sorry, I was
Syrinx and confirm our business arrangement, and that we would like to keep a steady supply.
I think if we just give the gold to the next messenger, it should be fine.
Couldn't.
Well, no. We want them to know that it's a very good business arrangement, but we also want to pass on. You might who the big one likes the big one, Sylvie.
I forgot his name, but we said definitely tell Ferrix that Knight Captain Zila thinks he's very.
There's room in Zila's Villa for two.
There you go. That's a good one.
Oh my.
If you've got the dirty lilies.
Desert. Like with two S's.
Dessert lilies.
Dessert lilies. Yeah. Or was it lizard? Dessert lizard?
You guys need to make a confirmation on that right now, because I have to write this down.
Well, it's her favorite flower is
Dessert lilies.
dessert lilies.
Yeah.
What specifically are you writing?
Dessert lilies.
No, the whole message.
Oh,
The first part is
dear big one.
Zilla's got room in her villa.
There's room in
Zilla's
Villa
Villa
for two.
Just
likes-
great. Her favorite flower,
Is dessert lilies.
dessert lilies. And then of course here's money for the next shipment or whatever and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay. Here's money for.
I'm very excited about this blossoming romance.
You said dear big one.
Yeah, because I can't remember his name for the life of me.
I
yeah,
just
me.
love that, because technically this is gonna get to Syrinx, and he's gonna read this dear big one.
And then at the bottom it's like, oh, Syrinx, our arrangement's good. Here's the money.
Yeah. There's a salutation for Syrinx. Like,
I hope he thinks he's big one at first.
He probably will. Well, we are going to end it there, having procured another shard and procured a steady stream of revenue. It seems like Jax's Claw is going to be set up for success.
and some romance.
Usually when you let us do this, it ends up blowing up in our face, so
We'll see.
Yeah,
Thank you all for
I-
watching. Thank you for participating. We will see you guys next week for the installment of Monstrous X. See you all then.
Dessert.
Enjoy your monster sex.
Whoa, bye.